So today I'm going to talk about attachments for your MT100 to make money, so you can pay it off and then end up paying yourself, so you don't owe on it anymore. Because I just paid my MT100 off, and I did it with these attachments. So let me show you what attachments I use to make me the most revenue on this awesome machine. All right, so here we are. Let's deep dive into the attachments that are going to make you the most money. So this attachment, I featured it on another video. It's a used industrial grapple attachment. It's a 66-inch grapple, and it's an industrial grapple, so it has a steel plate here. You can put all kinds of stuff in here: dirt, rocks, debris, bushes, shrubs, all of it fits inside of here. This is an incredible attachment, and it will work on MT100. It's an older attachment, very heavy duty attachment. Amazing for this machine if you're doing any kind of major demolition work, you're pulling down sheds, you're ripping apart you know, various debris, you got like decking that you need to demolish. I've done it all with this attachment. Really awesome, hard, just a really hard hammer. This is a really heavy duty piece of heavy duty attachment. So this thing's a moneymaker if you ever run into like a situation, like I said, you do a lot of cleanup, clearing, brush removal. This is the attachment you want. It just does it all, and you don't really want to bring a 4-in-1 bucket. You don't want to bring a standard bucket to a job like that. You're going to be creating a lot more passes, which makes a lot more work, and it's going to take more time. So this attachment is a beast. Let's dive into the next attachment that I think is a must-have. And these are all attachments I got when I didn't get grapple when I first got the MT100. I purchased those later, and I had saved up some money and I bought them. But pallet fork, super niche attachment. If you're going to get an MT100, get it with a pallet fork. And the reason why I'm saying, because you're always moving pallets around. If you're doing landscaping, or you're moving sod, or you're doing some kind of you know, material job, you're going to be wanting to move pallets around. Get a pallet fork. Another really cool thing about the pallet fork is the pallet fork will also do demolition work, and it'll rip up decking, it'll break down structures. If you know you're doing it right, you can do demolition work with this machine. You can dig out boulders, do a lot of stuff. You can even dig with this pallet fork. I've done some digging with it. You can push these two forks together and create like kind of a like a spear. But really good attachment for your MT100. A must-have. Get the MT100, a must-have attachment. Absolute must. Pallet fork. All right, next attachment. Here we go. You got a trencher over here. So this trencher, there's a lot to say about that, and I'm going to dive into it right now. So the Bobcat trencher, amazing attachment. Really solid tool for trenching. Now, how much did I use it? Biggest question out there, and a lot of people ask me this, and I'm going to finally cover it. I didn't use it a lot, but did it pay for itself? Yes. And it doesn't move a lot. It doesn't, you know, work a lot. But what it does do is when it does work, it earns a lot of money. So trenching jobs are not something I do all the time, but when I've used it on trenching, it's saved me days and days of work, and it saved people that have hired me days and days of work, and I've been able to make really good money with this attachment. But how much it moves, it doesn't move a lot. One time I only ran like twice a year or 3 times a year, and that's okay, because those 3 times that I ran it, I charged like, with me and operating, it was a big job. I charged like $5,000. So it paid for itself, yes. But will it move a lot depending on the work you're doing? Really look at the situation there and say, well, how much trenching am I really doing? It's really good to have it, and if you can afford putting it on your attachment list, do it, because you'll have more work with the MT100 with this attachment. So really good attachment, and I actually was thinking of selling it like a couple years ago, and I'm so glad I didn't, because it's so handy. All right, and now this attachment over here is the one that makes all the money, and it's a 4-in-1 bucket. So the 4-in-1 for the MT100, Bobcat doesn't make one, but Blue Diamond does. And this attachment is a beast. It's a 48-inch 4-in-1 bucket, and this thing is such a good attachment. It has been worked so hard. I've used it on every job. It's consistently running. It's consistent on all fronts, this attachment. It's never had a hose blow or break. It's such a good attachment. Blue Diamond, really, really, really good. These guys do a lot of good work on building out their tools. So I can't say enough. If you're going to get an MT100, get it with a Blue Diamond 4-in-1 bucket. You will not be disappointed, and I'm telling you, you're going to be using this every job. The standard bucket, I wouldn't even put it on the machine. I never use a standard bucket on the MT100. Never, absolutely never. I've never been on a job, or it actually only been one job or two jobs that I needed it to get in a tiny little gate, standard bucket, but it was like, honestly, I never did it. So out of all the years that I've owned the MT100, I barely use a standard bucket. Always use the 4-in-1 bucket. All right. Next attachment. And this guy is a really awesome attachment. It's the HB680 breaker. And if you ever run into rock, stone, things you need to break, this is what you want. You can't get it out. You can't pull it out with the forks. This attachment, you want it on a job site where you're breaking down some rocks. I had a job where the guy wanted to move these boulders out. They were too big to move and lift the MT100, and it was like in this tiny little gate, and I couldn't move it out. So what did I do? I brought the breaker. I broke the boulders up into little pieces, and I hauled them out with the 4-in-1 bucket. So super, super, super good attachment if you can find one. This was a used one. Really, really, really good find, and gonna make you money. But will it work as much as the 4-in-1 bucket? Probably not. Will it work as much as the trencher? These guys are probably even. The trencher and the breaker are probably even in how much they actually work, but when you need them, they come in handy and you have the work. So these attachments create work. Really, that's what it comes down to. That's what I'm talking about, is cover these guys up because it's raining. But bottom line is, attachments create work. Work fills up your bank account. Work pays for this machine if you're financing it, or if you bought it, because if you bought it outright, you want to make that money back, right? So no matter what, it's work, and you need to be able to pay back what you just purchased. So I paid this off. I just paid it off, and it's been an amazing journey. It's been a lot of work, but I'm stoked. It's all mine now. No bank can take it from me, and I'm going to continue my journey of work with the MT100. So there it is for you guys, folks, and hope this helps. But I'm going to say right now, to finish up this video, if you're looking at investing in an MT100, first and foremost, get yourself a 4-in-1 bucket, pallet fork, trencher, grapple, and a breaker. With all those things, you can do so much. All right. Thanks for watching, everybody. Have a good day.